All right, I'm going to be admitting people. So while we're waiting, just a question for everyone. With everything going on, share some good news. What was a win? Type in the chat. What was a win you had at work or at home this week? Tell us about a win. I'm going to type it in the chat here. Work or home. Can you hear me, Susan? Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I can hear you. I was just updating my name now that I figured it out.
Oh, yay. Yeah, if everybody could do that, thanks for the reminder. Change your name, first name, last name, and agency you're from. Well, Susan makes me seasick with her moving here. That makes it easier in the chat when I send it out, so I don't have to look everybody up. So tell us about a win. Kids are finished with school, they're moving up. Spending time with kids. NFL is going to happen. I'm staying off the news. That is exciting. Oh, absolutely beautiful weather. Agreed. There are some folks who need the link that registered late, so I apologize to everyone because everybody's going to get it. It's just easier for me to send it out that way. The pool is warm. That's probably not a good thing, or maybe it is. I don't know. All right. Is Larry here yet? There's Larry. Larry, are you muted? No, you're good.
Oh, here I are. I'm just being quiet.
Larry's in prison with the background. What is that background?
Prison bars, I guess. I did it for a meeting this morning. I was like, this is kind of what we're feeling like here. Just locked in and working and can't get away. And
can't step away.
Right. We started opening stuff this week, so fun times.
Sure, it's crazy busy for everyone. All right.
So Susan, is that an invite to your pool at home for everybody?
Oh, it is nice. At first it was my daughter swimming like the last several weeks, and now I was able to get in it. She was jumping off the diving board. It was enjoyable.
Nice.
And this was our first week back, work open with Chandler. Her first week, gonna go back to daycare on Monday, and she comes down with a fever all week.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Couldn't have got that over with earlier?
Well, that, I mean, better than her being at daycare for a week and then everybody pointing fingers on where it came from.
Right.
Okay. I sent the invite out to some of the latecomers. Oh. Everybody, if you just joined us, if you could type in the chat, let me admit some other people here. Type in the chat, what was one of your wins for the week, whether it was at work or home? What did you find that was a win? Looks like a lot of the wins are at home. They're more personal related, which is pretty awesome. Or maybe for everybody who opened something, what was a win that went really well with some of these openings? That would be really good to know. Okay, if you just joined us, we're typing in the chat, what was a win? I know we just let in about 7 more people. What was a win you had at work or home this week while we wait to get going? The breakout rooms are set, crossing my fingers that everybody's placed based off of your first choice when you made your selections at registration. So hopefully those conversations go really well. Please know that if you bounce back out, I can't put you back in. So make the most of the room that you're in while you're there. All right, Larry, you want to lead us in?
Sure. We are in week 1 of our first part of phase 1. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Out here, we've got a pretty slow start to people coming back, and we've had a few people question why or why not, and to a person, they've all been understandable. So I'm encouraged, and I'll definitely share that encouragement with our breakout room as other agencies are starting to look at next week or June 1st opening up stuff. But yay, we're open. We can start getting back to whatever normal is going to look like, and go from there. There will be speed bumps. There will be some bumps in roads, some things that you look back and go, you know, that sounded like a good idea at the time, but man, that was dumb. But again, we are all blazing a trail here it's not been done before. It's new to everybody, so we're going to lean on each other and we're going to make it through just fine. Some things we'll look back at and go, this is something we're going to keep. Some of these new COVID procedures are going to be around for a while, and some things we're going to be very happy to get rid of. So with that, Krista, if you're ready to roll, I'm ready to get into our groups and get to work.
We just let several more people in who just got the late registration email.
All righty.
So here we go. Well, maybe not. Options.
Yeah, jazzy.
Okay. Says you're all there, but it won't let me. Okay, have to manually do this again then. Let's go to aquatics. So I'll do this as quick as I can. Anne Marie Antone. Christian Peck. So as I'm doing this, will you guys type in and let us know what, maybe give it a number system, where you are in the opening? How many of you have a facility, at least one facility that's open? Type a 1. If you have more than one, type the equivalent number. That'll give us a good idea of what's going on. Larry.
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to send you
an all expense paid trip to Maui. I accept.
Good deal. I'm going to send you this list, and if you could, my eyes can't do 2 things at once right now. So I'm going to send you this list. If you could read me the names, that would be awesome. They're all sorted out. Okay, headed to you. So my aquatics folks, I'm going to start working on you real quick. Looks like Anne Marie, Christian, Mary Ann. Not everybody is here. If you could change your name to first and last with your agency, that's going to make it easier for me to find. 3 dots on your screen. Taylor, Robert, and Liddy, I saw you. There's Liddy. Taylor, I don't see. Taylor, if you're here, change your screen name. Robert, Liddy, Susan, and Mike. Okay, I'm going to send you off. Those that are here.
All right, and then do you want the community center list?
No, unassigned. Yeah, actually now the way we have it, can you tell me, find Alexis Ramirez, Queen Creek?
Ramirez is multi-use classrooms spaces.
Okay. Barb Newmeyer.
Barb. I might not see him. Barb. Hold on.
Let's go. Ben, I saw Benjamin Chavarria. No?
Well, let me sort this so I can get it in alphabetical sort.
Julie, you're in rec center.
All right. So who did you need?
Ben Chavarria.
I don't have him.
Okay. I know he's here. We'll get him. Bernardina Gonzalez. She saw her.
Rec
earlier.
centers.
Rec centers?
Yes.
Okay. Dallin. Sports, maybe?
Dallin. What is Dallin's last name? He is community centers. You can make me go by
That's okay. Dave Adams.
first name, aren't you? Dave Adams is community centers.
Frank Montano.
Frank is recreation centers.
Mike, I know is aquatics. Got you, Mike. Okay. Georgie, so is it Sobere?
She's sports fields.
Scott Williams.
Sports fields.
Jean Shockley.
Community centers.
We're going good. John Schumacher.
Recreation centers.
Karina Rodriguez.
Rodriguez is community centers.
Kevin Quackenbush.
He's fitness facilities.
Chris Walsh.
Community centers.
Did you find Barb Newmeyer? She's not joined yet, it looks like.
Oh, there she is. Community centers.
Okay. Ben Chavarria.
How do you spell that last name?
C-H-A-V-A-R.
C-H-A?
Uh-huh.
Not in here.
Okay. Maybe not on yet. Larry, where are you going?
Wherever you want me to go. I put in fitness facilities.
Okay.
Well,
He's gone. Okay. Lauren. Park amenities. Lauren, I'll send you there. There are 2 people assigned to park amenities. So I'm not sure. I'm going to hold off on you real quick. Melissa. Don't see the on the list. Paula. If I call your name, if you could unmute. Paula Considine. As I'm clicking on you, you're going to the community centers.
Yes, please.
There you go. Stephanie McMullen.
Sorry, Kristen. Do you have programming on this one, or is it?
No, but you can discuss programming in the facility
Okay.
choice.
You have rec centers, please.
Off you go. Melissa Boyle. community centers, I think. Here you go. Stacia, you there? Stacia Holmes. Tyrone Johnson.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, where would you like to go?
Uh, Facilities.
For fitness? Or aquatics, sports, parks, community centers?
Community centers.
Off you go.
Thank-
Tony Bauman. You chose multi-gen. We didn't have a category. We'll send you to rec center. That was your second choice, I think. Susie Cummings. Aquatics, I believe. Here you go. Wesley. Hi, Wesley. Can you unmute? Wesley's trying to figure out how to unmute. I don't remember where you wanted to go. And Thomas Carlisle, also Akchin, thank you guys for coming. If Akchin can unmute. Nope. Let's go Lauren Moore. Steve, how about you? Hardesty.
Parks.
Okay. I'm going to hold off then. I'll send you and Lauren. Here you go. Lauren, here you go. Annette Soto. Community centers, just saw you. Ben, can you hear me? Don't see you yet. Okay, Mike, you haven't gone yet? Where are you?
Yeah, can you send me over to rec centers? You jumped me to aquatics, but that's Stacy, not me.
Oh, I don't see her on. Okay. Where are you? Let me try to get you there. I know that when you jump out, it won't put you back in, so bear with me here.
Uh-oh, I ruined everything.
No, probably me. Wesley, I'm going to put you in sports fields, or actually I'm going to put you in rec centers. Here you go. Tony T.
Yes.
Where would you like to go? Your community centers?
Yes.
All right, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Some of our late registrations, I'm not sure where you want to go. So Stacia, Thomas, Ben Chavarria, we've got phone numbers 480-520-568-1740. Where would you like to go? There's Stacia.
Hey, how you doing, Krista?
Good. Where would you like to go?
You can put me in community centers. What's the options?
Community centers, park amenities, sports fields, aquatics, fitness, rec, and multi-use classrooms.
Yeah, go ahead and put me in community centers.
Here you go. Miss Bexy. Oh, she's coming in now. Okay, 1740. I'm not sure who it is. If you can't rename, I got to figure out where to send you. If you can unmute, let me know where you'd like to go. 568-1740. No? Okay, Mike, let's see. Can you log off and then come back in and let's see if I can do a reset with you?
Cool, I will do that.
Thank you. All right, who do we have here? Susan, what are you doing?
You put me also in aquatics. Mike and I both ended up in there, but definitely not my area at all.
Okay. Do the same thing. Try going out and we'll see if we can't get you added back in.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll try to, where did you want to go? I see you, but I don't know if I can resend you.
Fields and sports.
Fields and sports. Okay, I'll give it a try. Try logging off and coming back.
Yep.
Steve, did I lose you? I'm going to send you to the sports and fields. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, park amenities, right?
I went to parks and no one was in that room, so I came back.
All right, there should be someone else in there. So let's try sending you somewhere else. Where would you like to go?
The sports one is fine.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Mike, let's try where you're gonna go.
Rec centers, please.
And I have a feeling you're just gonna sit there. Susan, here she comes. Susan, where are we going?
Fields and sports.
With fields, let's give it a shot. Tammy Parker, if you can unmute, let me know.
Yes, hello.
Hello. What conversation would you like to join?
I'm sorry, I literally was able to finally get in here to get this working, so I don't even know where they were at this moment.
Okay, so you, when you registered, you selected a primary facility to have a conversation about, and that's where I'd like to get you going. Do you remember what you selected?
Gotcha. If it can be on the facility end with ramadas and that for the outdoor spaces for amenities.
Well, the park amenities, there was only one person in there, so they came back and they're going to go into sports fields. So do you have a backup?
Oh.
We have multi-use classrooms, rec centers, facility, aquatics, sports fields, and community centers.
Go back to the multi-use.
Okay, here you go, hopefully. Thomas Carlisle, where would you like to go? Bexy Recreation Center, I see you now. Here you go. Lauren, hopefully you're ready. Ben, type in the chat, Ben. There you go, community centers, I see you. Thomas Carlisle, if you can type in the chat, I'll have to pull registration, see what you requested. Okay, we have 568-1740 and Thomas Carlisle, and then a 000494. So if those of you who are still with me can unmute, and let's get you going.
Hello,
Hello.
this is Thomas Carlo for Option Parks and Rec.
So are you on 1740 then?
Well, there's a few of us on there, yeah, but I chose fitness facilities.
Okay, I will get you to fitness right now. There's a couple folks in there. Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we got a couple other people on there too, Bernardina Gonzalez, Wesley Gonzalez, and Ann Antone. So they'll be unmuting and talking to you too.
Yeah, I know Ann wanted aquatics.
Yeah, two of them are working with that one already. And Bernardina, what are you trying to get into? Hang on a second, I'll find out what Bernardina's trying to get into. Oh, she's on? Never mind, Bernardina's on already. Wesley Gonzalez is trying to go to aquatics.
Right, but I don't see him on screen. So if he's calling from his cell phone, I just need to know, or.
He's not on screen yet.
No, he's trying to right now.
Oh, he's just setting it up right now.
Okay, and he wanted to go where?
He's going to aquatics.
Okay, all right, when I see him, I'll send him to aquatics.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you again because it said it's echoing all over in our department.
Okay, and I sent your name off, but you must be signed in a few ways. So you wanted to go to which one again?
Facilities,
Fitness?
fitness facilities, yeah.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she knows.
Okay, Lauren. Lauren, are you there? Sports fields. Okay, Mike. Tony. Okay, if you're here, type in the chat where you want to go. Wesley, you're going to aquatics. Glad you're here. Have a good time. Have a good conversation. Okay, Lauren. Don't know if you're here with me. Whoever's calling from 0094. Connecting to audio, okay. Hi, Jason. You're still connecting to audio. Okay, you wanted to go to rec centers. I'm going to send you there now to join that conversation. Just have to click join. Hey, Wesley, can you hear me? Lauren, are you just sitting there? Why are you not in the room? Let's see. Type in the chat, Lauren, tell me where.
Hey, Krista, this is Ann.
Hello, Ann.
Hi. Oh my gosh, we got it.
We got it. It's Wesley.
Hi, Wesley.
Wesley's on.
Hi. I wanted to go to aquatics.
I know. I thought when you got on earlier, that's where I sent you.
Yeah, but we were in Thomas's audio. My audio was with a different session.
So are you guys, if you're on a separate line, can you hang up and then come back in? Because right now I show you in aquatics already. And so we have to kind of disconnect that, break that connection to get you back in. So let me try something. I'm going to put you in park amenities and then pull you back out and see if it works. Hold on. Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now aquatics. Nope, you're still with me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and disconnect the call and come back in, because that's the only way I can get you.
Up there. It's at 1740.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that what, Wesley, are you on 1740?
No, nobody is.
I'm on Wesley Gonzalez. You should see my name on the top.
Yeah, I see that. Somebody, okay. I'm not sure who 1740 is.
Can you click that? How do we click that off and get out of that?
Which one? This?
The 1740?
I can remove this. Wesley, do you want me to remove you? Okay, I'm going to cancel this out. Oh, there we go. Lauren, are you in a room? Hey, Chris.
Howdy, how are you?
Good. Didn't we already have you somewhere?
I did. I've got to run to a different meeting and I clicked the wrong button, so I'm out of here. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye. Hey, Wesley. Probably can't hear me yet. There you go. Can you hear me now? Okay, I'm going to try sending you to aquatics. Here you go, Wesley. Okay, who's on 1740 now?
Based on what's
Who?
happening.
It's me, I think. Wesley.
And this may be going on for a long time.
I can hear them now.
You what?
You gotta stay healthy
I can hear them.
because when this
Okay,
is all
I'm going to
over,
mute you.
can't do our job.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
Hey, Krista, this is Ann again.
Hi.
Hey, we got Thomas back on. His audio went out.
Yeah, somehow
just-
you guys are all tied to the 1740. There's two of you.
Okay.
So if I delete it, it kicks you out.
Ah,
So-
okay. So
So
will
where,
he go back into the session?
well, is
fitness
he
facility.
in the fitness? Okay. I'm going to try, but you're both on the same line.
Yeah.
Or you could have did it right here.
Where's my work?
Or you're
Okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hang up off the 1740 and use my work phone and call it in.
Okay. Then
And-
is
oh.
Ann going to be on the 1740?
No, mine will be a 520-371-8393.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to I'm gonna see what I can do with that.
Okay, thank you.
Instead of, because our lines are all connected. If somebody, if we call somebody out, it calls directly to 1740, the
Oh,
ID number,
Okay.
even though we all have different landline numbers.
But when you call out, oh, I see. Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
jump off.
I'll call my work phone.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
that
Hey,
members
Ann?
that may not come for months at a time.
Hello?
And now that nothing's been open, now they're gonna start trickling in.
Hey, Wesley. Okay.
Come in. Vivian.
Krista, can you hear me?
Hoping that
Yes.
a lot more
I can't talk to the people in the aquatics.
June or July. and start trickling
Because
Won't let me.
you guys are all tied to that same phone number, and so
Uh-huh.
Thomas
That's
got
just
off.
me.
So,
Okay.
not anywhere.
is there any way that you guys can join from a computer versus the phone?
I'm on a computer.
What else can we talk about?
Yeah, I'm on a computer right now.
Screen from a greenhouse. Oh,
Okay.
nice.
What do you see?
Last year it
I
got
see
too hot
them.
and there was the plastic covering.
But you're
I
on the
can-
computer, but you're using the phone for audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were good.
That's probably what's happening. It's only picking up the phone and not, that computer connection. So
Yeah.
you should be able to, like, I'm only on my computer. You should be able to just use a computer.
Okay.
There's an outdoor recreation.
So do I hang up?
covered
Yeah,
by
hang up and
a
just use, let's see if we can just use the computer.
Okay then.
indoor fully enclosed therapy pool. And
Yeah.
we have
Okay, Thomas, is
Hello.
that you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. And where do you want to go?
Fitness facility.
Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Tammy, can you hear me?
Yes, I wanted to thank you for allowing me to jump in on this meeting. Well, I got a late start, but I've got another conference meeting call I've got to take here in just a few minutes. But I wanted to thank you and had a chance to meet somebody in Queen Creek, Alexis, and get to hear a little bit about what they're doing as well.
That's great. That is great. I will also be sending out the recording. Well, there's not much on the recording, but the any resources and emails. If you look at that email that we sent out for the registration, that's got a lot of resources on it. And if there's something specific you need, definitely reach out and we can connect you to some folks.
Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Tammy. Take care.
You too. Stay safe. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Liddy, hello there. Oop. Hi, Susie. Did you jump out?
Yeah, we all jumped out because some of the people needed to leave.
Okay.
There was only 3 of us or 4 of us.
In which room?
The aquatic.
We don't know which room.
In the aquatics?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I connect you with there's some folks from well, there were actually 2 other people in there with you. I don't think you could hear them. And they're probably still sitting in there. So they were having some tech challenges.
I know Wesley was having some issues.
Yeah. And then he jumped out and went back in. So the director out there, could I put them in touch with you to maybe have a side conversation about what you're doing and maybe what they need help with?
So I'm not aquatics. I should have been in recreation centers, but I just stayed in there.
Okay. Where's Liddy then?
I'm therapeutic recreation, but also adaptive aquatics.
Oh, that might be very interesting for them. Or I could put them also in charge with Stacy Beadle. And see. So when you guys register, that's kind of what I went off of. So if you clicked more than one thing.
Oh, I did click a lot of things.
Yeah. So then
I probably did too.
Yeah. So it was just the primary one. And if there was more than one selected, I just went with the top one, the one that came up the first, at the top that you selected. So it didn't look like it was alphabetical. So I assumed it was something you guys selected. So we'll just continue to refine, how the information goes. But have you been accessing the Google Doc at all?
I added some stuff to City of Glendale. Not a lot of people are doing that, though. I think there's only maybe 2 other cities that were kind of just filling in blanks too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, they started to. So I know Chandler filled out. There were a lot of questions that were being answered, and maybe that could be something we look at next week, and just looking at all those questions and seeing what we can add and what we can take off, and seeing if, I'm not sure if you can share a document through Zoom simultaneously. That would be interesting to research, but that way people can, you know, add and ask and, you know, get it all done. Because I think that trying to send the Google Doc and asking people to do it while they're at work, it's really hard. So if it's not done during the meeting or in real time, it's hard to kind of go back. You know, it's not your primary focus. So,
Yeah.
And I completely get that. So what's going on with you guys? Are you opening? What's happening?
So we open June 1st.
Okay.
And we just got clarification today that our plan needs to change a little bit for the capacity. Originally, we were going to have 12 people allowed in each of the different zones. But I guess that came back today that it has to be 10 now.
Okay.
And I guess, I don't know if that's the CDC's guideline, but I know when I was looking down at the email, City of Tempe was also on that email. So Tempe must be doing the same thing that we're doing, which is 10 people per zone.
And who did the email come from?
It came from our director.
Okay. So I think that CDC originally said 10, and I don't know that that's been updated or shifted at all. So
Yeah.
no, I just, how are you feeling about traffic and going places, and are you seeing more?
I went to get lunch and it is busy out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we seem like we're back to where we were almost.
Yeah, that's how people are acting as soon as the governor lifted the order, and just about everything's open. I don't know why he's calling it phase 1, but everybody's acting like there's no scare anymore.
Yeah.
People are not wearing their masks. People are, you know, it's just like none of this ever happened. I try not to ever go out because I've got some underlying medical conditions, but just driving around town, it's like nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's that 2 camp thing happening, you know, you're in it and you're protected and you want to protect yourself and others, and then I'm not getting the feeling people don't care. I think it's almost that I don't know if I want to say Superman complex, where you just kind of feel like things won't happen to you. So we had a testing center, you know, I'm working from home next door, and it was a drive-through, and it's been there for weeks, and there was no traffic at all. And then 2 weeks ago, 12 cars, 24 cars, they are lined up down the street. And then we saw the numbers kind of tick up. And then they just took it down a couple of days ago. So I don't know what that means for
The testing site?
Yeah.
They took it away.
It's gone.
Wow. I guess there's no virus anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if they moved it, you know, I don't want to speculate, but it was there for quite some time and now it's gone. So just a lot of interesting things we would have never thought we'd see in our lifetime.
Well, and I think too, it depends on who your doctor is, because like I got sick a few weeks ago and I'm with Mayo Clinic, and Mayo Clinic is not messing around. If you're sick, they're sending you to get tested. And I know some other people have gotten sick that I know, and they've asked their doctor, and their doctor says, well, just quarantine at home. So I think it really depends on who you use as a medical provider.
Yeah.
Wesley, are you there? Not on mute. He's one that was wanting to go into aquatics.
I think it's confusing too, because when we were on here a couple weeks ago, some of the facilities were taking thermometer checks and doing pre-screening before people were coming into their facility. And then other people are not doing any screenings. So it's hard to know kind of which route to go based on, well, is there more liability involved to be sued if you don't take anybody's temperature, or is there more liability involved if you start screening people and somebody truly is sick?
That's such a good question. Such a good question. And I don't know. unless legal gets involved, you know, how that can even be answered. Because I don't know that, do you trample on people's rights if you take the, you know, most people aren't going to care, but you're going to have a few that definitely will throw a fit, and it's unfortunate, but it's very, very interesting. You know, when I don't,
Uncharted territory.
yeah, exactly.
We're going to learn as we go.
That's right. That's right. Let's see, we've got.
And if it really, like, say for some reason, more kids start getting involved where they're being sick, things will be shut down a lot longer.
Yeah.
Just because of the fear of a child.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, who is this?
It's Wesley.
Hello,
Hi,
Wesley.
Hi.
So I'm gonna try to get you and Ann connected with some aquatics folks.
Okay.
So also watch for that email that comes out about an aquatics forum, okay? Because there's another one specific to aquatics.
All right.
But I'm very excited you're here. So Akshan, are you guys open? Do you have one building open, 2 buildings? What do you have?
No, we're not open. Our gym's not open right now.
Okay. All right. And
We're working on that.
And where is Julia?
Julia, she's ordering our supplies for the pool.
Okay. Well, tell her I'm sorry that I missed her.
Okay.
Let's see, Melissa, can you hear me or is she gone?
No, I'm still here. Sorry, I had to log out because I was having issues with audio. But I had a comment. I was reading on a blog today regarding summer programs, and if we open summer programs, are we going to require the kids to stay in the camp? And what are we going to do if they go on vacation? Are we going to make them self-isolate for a few days before they come back? Also, the same with the staff and vacation requests. So I posed that to Stacy because she's my supervisor this afternoon because I thought those were really great questions.
Yeah. Have you looked at the CDC's recommendation for camps?
Yes, I briefly did. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Definitely dig deeper into that. They're not looking to be the answer for everything. They're really looking to be a guide. So I don't know that you would get hard, fast, answers
Mm-hmm.
for everything with the CDC. They don't feel it's their place, but they, just want to offer some guides and some things to do. So to some degree, it's up to the agencies, it's up to the counties, it's up to the states. And, just keep learning together.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
Who is this?
This is Thomas Carlisle.
Okay, Thomas, you're back with us. Okay, looks like everybody's coming back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're back in the big group, Thomas.
Back in the big leagues, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Larry, real quick.
Jump in. Go ahead.
How many people are you allowing in the building
So
for your multi-recreation center?
So our facility, I was able to push to get a area-specific capacity. So that way, if we have 10 go to this group fitness class in the basketball court and 10 go take Zumba in a multi-purpose room, that means that I don't have to limit to just 5 upstairs or whatever number that means. So I can create a cap for each area. Thankfully, we started really slow this week, so I haven't even had to come close to doing capacity concerns. But next week when we have group fitness classes, pickleball starts up again, the word gets out a little bit more that we're open, we may pick up some. But I don't have here's my front door count like you do at a grocery store. 50 people are in, everybody wait. Other places might be different.
So are you just having staff in each of the zones radioing how many people they have?
Not radioing. We have staff that go around and do a head count throughout the facility in each area. And if we got to where we had to have concerns, I do have a procedure in place to where we're going to have kind of a wait list. So if our capacity is 25 in our fitness area and we're at 25, then that staff's going to go out and stand in the lobby right in front of the stairwell to our upstairs fitness area and say, we're full, wait here, I'll put your name on the list. If you want to go in our gymnasium and walk around and keep busy, or go in our game room or something like that, when a spot opens up, we can get you in, then we'll call you over the intercom.
So let's have, if somebody has a specific question, facility related, to any of this, type it in the chat, and then we'll see who might on the call have an answer for that. If you have a burning question that just hasn't been answered yet.
Larry,
Nope.
do you guys have ActiveNet?
Pardon me?
Do you guys use ActiveNet?
Yes.
Have you thought about doing like FlexReg for different areas? I think that's what kind of we're throwing around the idea of, so we don't have people waiting, but they actually will go online and sign up for a specific time.
Well, that's something that we kind of talked about if we get to that point. For pickleball, we're going to do registration for an area like that, not through FlexReg though. So that will be our first go around to see what that looks like for us to have a reservation to come in for this. I don't know. I think the problem with that is our demographics out here are not as tech savvy to pull off something like that. So we had, I don't know if you guys have ever used Rained Out. So we sent out a text message when our group fitness classes are full. Almost every other person, we have to take their phone from them and send the word to the 5 digits or whatever to sign them up to receive these text messages. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You have a lot of retirees in Apache Junction, correct?
We do.
Okay.
And then come January, we get a lot more retirees. Now just about doubles in size.
Wonderful.
Somebody in the chat said QuickRes may be easier to use than FlexReg. Worth a call.
Yeah, we'll look into that. Thank you.
Stephanie, have you guys started that yet? I mean, had the call for them to see what that's going to take?
Yeah, actually, Shar called over to our ActiveNet rep. We use QuickRes for our outdoor reservations. So personally, here in the centers, we haven't used it, which is why I don't have any details for you. But we're considering doing the same thing for, like, for instance, we're doing our open badminton right now, and we're taking it by reservation only. The only problem with FlexReg is you have to have a code for every time you are, like, not code, I shouldn't say it that way, but we'll have 3 courts right now. We only have 2 courts available. It was more work than it was worth. So we're just doing it by the phone right now. So, but the call that Shar had with Chris is our rep. He kind of talked her through it, walked her through it a little bit, but just because we haven't used it yet, he was going to kind of work on some details and give a call back. So I don't know for sure that it works, but he recommended QuickRes over FlexReg. It'll be a lot of time.
Interesting.
So is there a topic that you guys want to focus on next week? Do you want just separate facility conversations? Or do you want a specific topic that you all want to talk about globally? You can type that in the chat, or, kind of unmute yourself. Larry, what are your thoughts?
I'm down for whatever everybody else wants. I think we might be, along with a few others, a week ahead of some groups. So if we want to just all get on and be a big sounding board, or if we want to break out again, I'm good with whatever.
Melissa says she'd like to hear from some of the folks that are open already. And going back up to the chat, Larry, you have 1 facility open, Kevin 1, So, sorry, Fort McDowell has one, Peoria one. Those are the only ones that listed they have the number of facilities open.
No, we need to get Tony B talking. They got 5 open in Chandler.
Oh, that's right. It said 5 of 6. Wait, Susan also. Chandler, yeah, 5 plus all outdoor stuff at parks. Okay. Susan and Tony, are they on? Susan, you're there.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh, Tony's mic doesn't work.
Tony's not very tech savvy either, apparently.
So I supervise the tennis center and Snedeker Rec Center. Snedeker, we don't have any classes going on, so there's not many people coming through here. But the community center is open and the senior center is not. They're still open. I think Tony would have to chime in for their lunch program.
Yeah,
getting
he said they're
lunches.
not.
Okay, yeah, but the community center is open and our environmental education center is open. Plus Tumbleweed Rec Center with the fitness floor is their main draw over there. I think the aquatic facilities are open, a few of them for lap swim and maybe an aerobics class or two. Oh, Tony said pickup meals only at the senior center. And then all the stuff at the fields are open, practice only, but every field, all the amenities are open, the skate parks, the tennis centers, the pickleball courts, all of that is up and running.
And do you have a team that's doing a lot of the cleaning and such, or, you know, kind of following?
Yeah, our parks crew does most of it. And then the bathroom cleanings, we have I think they're all done maybe by contractors, but we've got them all back on board and they're all being cleaned regularly.
Yeah, so for us, for cleaning of our facility, our parks, restrooms and stuff, we've had rec staff kind of reassigned to a lot of that stuff. So that way we can keep them on board and keep them busy. And that's been a big help now that we are open, even limited capacity. I don't have to worry about going and finding staff or getting my sports coordinator to come and watch my front desk while our aquatics coordinator is in the fitness area. But as far as what's open this week, we opened our fitness area, strength training, cardio, our basketball courts. We have 6 hoops and a limit of 2 to 3 per hoop, just shooting around, so no games. And then our game room. And like I said, the capacity of those each areas we haven't hit yet. So hopefully we don't get to that point until we have restrictions lifted that we don't have to worry about it. Next week, we will start adding group fitness classes and pickleball. And like I said, we're going to be doing registration for pickleball timeframes. So they can register for an hour at a time and bring in a group with them of up to 4 total people for now. And we'll see how it goes. That gives me a chance to expand a little bit if restrictions get lifted, or if we feel like we can accommodate more than 4 on a court. If we want to go up to 6 or 8, we'll see. If it's anything like group fitness and it starts slow, I'll be very, very thankful for that. And it kind of gives us a chance to get our feet wet, look at a few things. We were talking in our group with Kevin and Thomas about one thing we didn't think about is on our indoor track, if 2 people are walking side by side, chatting with each other, is that an issue? Because they're not 6 feet apart. And I think we decided if they came together, then we're just going to let it be. But if they're infringing on another group or any other people and they're 6 feet, and that's when we'll probably jump in and say something. But if we have a husband and wife and they're walking the track, well, they share a bed. It's going to be okay if they're next to each other on track and we don't really need to space them out. So I think a lot of it is just sound judgment, some common sense.
Right.
And we'll go far. We're trying. Like I said earlier, we're all doing something brand new, and might be some missteps, and we'll learn. We'll learn from each other and we'll share. Next week, more people have more stuff and we'll all have more stuff to share. Um,
So few other questions. It's Susie wants to know, have you brought back part-time staff or full-time staff doing all of the cleaning? Probably can be to those who have facilities open. Some are saying both part-time and full-time are back in the swing, says Chandler. What do you guys have? Or you still have the part-timers and stuff at home, or are you bringing them back?
I know at Tumbleweed Rec Center, they've brought back, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 shifts throughout the day, just to have 2 or 3 people cleaning, because there's just so many people up on the fitness floor. So every time someone finishes with a piece of equipment, they wipe it down. And then I know the part-time staff will be working a lot during summer camp. Aquatics, I think, is the hardest hit, just because they didn't get to hire people, so they won't be able to open all the pools until they get enough people on board.
Larry, what about you guys? And then Kevin, what about you guys? Did you lay anybody off?
like I said, we're pretty thankful. As soon as we closed, we reassigned people. We kept our part-time staff busy. Some helped with PD, some helped with other city offices, departments. And then I did as much as I could in my facility to give it a little bit of a facelift with what our part-time rec staff could do. So I think they got more hours not working their normal job than if we had not closed. But as far as aquatic staff, just like everybody else, everything got put on hold right in the middle of classes, trainings, hirings. So we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. So we got a couple weeks before we start doing aquatic stuff. We're almost caught up to the amount of staff we're going to need with the limited programming we're going to have. Is Mike on here? Mike Beadle, are you around? Because I'm curious to know how your weekend went.
You might have jumped off.
It is
Kevin,
all right.
so I have to clear the floor for the directors coming up meeting, and I know that they're talking about 4th of July, so that was a big conversation. And like Susie was saying, the 10 versus 12, so they're talking about numbers as well. So I need to clear everything out for them. But Kevin, what do you guys have going for Fort McDowell and staffing? Did you lose anybody? Have you brought them back?
So we were brought back on last Thursday, the 14th, to quickly get the facility to reopen this past Monday, the 18th. Across the board, we didn't lose any staff. There was just a reduction in our work week. So we're trying to adjust our operations to reflect what staffing hours we have. We don't have any part-time staff. Everybody out here is full-time across the board. So with the reduction in hours of our work week and availability, it's been full-time staff that's been cleaning and getting building signs up and all the new safety measures and guidelines. It's all been on my full-time staff team.
So one thing, thank you, Kevin, that I want to throw out there is if you guys haven't downloaded if you're members, that is, of APRA, and you haven't downloaded the Wild Apricot app for us, every member has their contact information in there, and you have access. So if you wanted to find Larry and ask Larry a specific question, you have the app. You just plug in Larry's name and you can find him. You can search by his agency. So we're all going to stalk Larry now. But I would suggest downloading the app. You can register for all these events from your phone if you're not at your computer, and it's a lot easier to navigate than it is the website. So just a shameless plug that just maybe helps simplify your life if you want to download that app. But with that, be thinking about what you want to talk about. I will send out the notice for next week, but like to have that sort of guide. So if anybody wants to email me and say, hey, I'd like to look at something this way, send me those suggestions. We'll talk it over with Larry. Susan, I'd like to ask you, could you be on the panel next week? Would you be able to?
Yeah, sorry, I was at typing something in the chat. Yeah, I can do that.
Susie, can you as well? Okay, we are good. And with that, I thank you guys very much for your time. And if you need the recording, that'll be up on the forum as well. So everybody have a great night.